If somebody's moving in a way that you would never want to move, why do you need to prove yourself to them? And action. Reacting to every single situation that you face in life is literally just proving to yourself that you need to be validated. Like, you need to be validated to think that what you're thinking and what you're feeling is correct, is acceptable, is okay, and it's fucking you over so hard. It's actually ridiculous. Thank you so much for reporting to duty for the Pretty Princess Command Center, episode 42. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing how we can suppress your need to react to every single situation emotionally, because I'm sorry, we just don't need to be doing that. We don't have enough energy. We don't need to be putting our very precious time and energy into reacting to situations, to people, to events that really just don't need our reaction. They can have a response, but they don't need a fucking reaction. Like, not everything needs to have a reaction. You don't need to waste your time giving your energy away to every single thing just so that you could feed this need for validation, this need to be heard, this need to satiate your ego. Like, calm the fuck down and learn how to walk away when that's what the correct option is. And I will preface this video by saying, obviously, there are certain situations that do warrant a reaction of a certain degree, but in reality, a lot of times that we react very emotionally to things, it's literally just because we want to be heard and validated and understood, and we just need that understanding. We need to know why it happened. We need to know why the person did it. We need to know why this is this and that is that, like all these things, when in reality, even getting those answers will not satisfy what we're looking for. Getting those answers literally will not do anything beneficial for us other than answer the questions. And honestly, half the time when you have a question to ask in regards to a reaction, right, you're not even going to be satisfied with the answer. Like, for example, if your partner were to cheat on you and you said, why did you do it? And they tell you, I don't know, like I was drunk. You're not happy with that answer. Why did you do it? I thought you loved, I do love you. I don't know why I did it. I did it because she was hot. I did it because I was drunk. I did it because I was getting peer pressure. You're not going to be happy with the answer. You're not actually wanting the answers. You're craving to be heard and understood, and you're craving to be told that you're right and that, you know what I mean? And you're never going to get it. If you can't learn to do that within yourself, you're going to continue to live your whole life reacting emotionally to every single situation, and it's literally just going to keep you in a constant state of turmoil. So if you want to live a peaceful life, a peaceful, calm, happy, collected life where you could really rationally have a response to things that warrant it, sit down and listen up, okay? Okay. And as always, if you want to become an official Pretty Princess and join the Command Center, all you have to do is subscribe. It's not rocket science. It may actually be the furthest thing from that. And if you have a dilemma or something you just want an opinion on, or just something you want to tell somebody, or you want to tell all the princesses how proud you are of yourself, you could always feel free to do so in our Princess Diary, which is always going to be linked in the description of all these episodes and in the bio of wherever you're listening to this or watching this, what the fuck ever. So with that being said, shall we move in to phase one? Yes, we shall. Welcome to phase one. This is where we're going to be addressing the problem. So first and foremost, when we're using the word ego in this episode and in most other episodes, we're not referring to the Freudian logic of the word ego as a part of your personality, your identity. We're using it in the more modern sense of, like, your ego is the thing that needs to be validated, it needs to be heard, it needs to play the victim, it needs to be this. We're using it in the egotistical sense, right? We're not using it in the Freudian theory, okay? So keep that in mind. When we're saying ego, we're not talking about the psychological theory version of the ego, we're talking about the more modern definition of the word, which basically they kind of are one and the same, because your ego is just like your sense of self. It's I, so it's you. Besides the point, just keep that in mind for the rest of this episode and for most episodes in the Command Center. Also, something to keep in mind is there is a big difference between reacting and responding. And yes, grammatically, they can usually be interchanged, but when we're talking about reacting, a reaction is something that you, like, something happens, like, bam, something happens, and that's what you do right after. Whereas a response is usually thought of as more thought out, more planned out, more logical, more rational, right? You can have a rational response, but a reaction, we're kind of more thinking like, holy shit, like you're jumping on it, right? You're going to it, okay? So those are just two things to keep in mind going into phase one, okay? Okay. So the main problem is that you believe that every single situation you encounter, every single person you encounter deserves a reaction. You believe that because you think you need to get validation from these people. You think you need to be told that you're right. You think you need to be told that, oh yeah, that was so unfair the way they treated you. You think oh, I can't believe that happened to you. Like, you need to be heard, you need to be validated, and you need to be understood. And biologically, that makes sense, because our whole human nature is literally, let's fit in, because that's how evolutionarily, that's how we got to where we are, right? We ran in packs. You have to fit into your surroundings in order to survive. The ones that kind of stand out, like, yeah, you're fucked. They're gonna leave you behind. Evolutionarily, biologically, it tracks. That's what we want. We want validation. But the thing is, there's a way to get validation and know that you're right without needing to upset yourself and just stir the pot and cause turmoil. You don't need this validation from everyone else, okay? If somebody came up to you and told you you're the worst person in the world, and you immediately tried to defend yourself, you immediately no, I'm not, like, I can't fucking believe you would say that, like, I'm not the worst person in the world, I donated to this charity, and here's all the good things that I do, and I can't believe you would say that, like, do you even know? And you just go off and you just react, and you try to shut them down, and you try to say, no, you will see me from you will see me in the perspective that I see me from. The way that you see me is incorrect and not okay, and I'm not okay with you perceiving me that way. You want to be in control of this person's thoughts so fucking bad. You need this person to know who you are from your point of view. You need this person to understand, well, you would have done the same thing if you were in my position. You don't understand. I had to do what I did. You needing that, you having that reaction to somebody coming up to you and saying you're the worst person in the world, you needing to, like, no, I'm not, here are the facts, here are the facts, here are the facts. You're reaffirming to yourself that they're right about you. Because if you knew in your heart and soul that they were not right about you, you really wouldn't care to defend yourself. You'd be like, okay, you can think what you think. But if you are trying to prove somebody wrong, that means you think that they're right. Because there's a part of you that's like, well, no, like, I have to list out all the reasons why they're wrong. And it's like, it's a fear, it's an anxiety that, like, wait, I can't have people walking around this earth thinking that I'm this way, because, like, that's just not how it is, that's just not how it is. And you're driving yourself mad thinking about these things, you know? That's like, not cool. And, like, yes, does it suck when people have quote unquote wrong opinions about, really, people can't have wrong opinions about you. People have opinions about you based on where they're sitting and how they see you and how they view you. Like, people have opinions on me that I'm told all fucking day long on the internet. Like, I don't need to see them. I don't need to hear them, but, like, people tell them to me anyway. One, if you reacted that way, you literally just wasted so much time and energy on a person who was rude to you. A person who literally came up to you and said something rude to you. You just wasted your time, your precious energy trying to defend yourself to somebody who was rude to you. So you're making that person very important to you right now. That person is now very important to you, which is weird, because why would you have a very rude person be somebody that's very important to you? Two, you're spending all this time and energy trying to convince this person that they're wrong, because you cannot possibly fathom the idea that somebody's walking around this earth thinking that you're not a good person, thinking that you're stupid, you're dumb, you're ugly, whatever, thinking all these terrible things about you. You cannot handle the fact that you don't have control over other people's perceptions of you. And that's never, ever gonna change. You're never gonna have control over how people perceive you. That's not your job. That's not your job. The problem with needing to react, again, there is a difference between needing to react and simply wanting to react or respond. We'll use our terminology. Like, there is a difference between needing to react right away and being very reactionary, and then being able to just simply respond. There's a big difference, big difference. For example, with that, if somebody came up to you and was super rude to you, right? The reactionary person is immediately gonna be like, you're wrong, I can't believe you'd say that, or like, why did you even say that? They'll either be on the defense or they'll be in the victim mindset of like, wait, why do you think that? Like, what did I do? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, what did I do to you? Like, and you're freaking out and you're trying to make sure that you didn't actually wrong this person. You know what I mean? The response, somebody who can sit, hear that, take it in, and accept it, will either say, oh, you know, I'm so sorry you think that about me. Like, if there's anything we can do to clear that up, or if there's anything I can do to help you understand why I might have done something that made you think that, or just, okay, thank you for telling me your opinion of me, have a nice day. That's a response. That's something that will either, one, extinguish the fire of the problem, or two, create a solution. Can you see the difference? Needing to react is literally you trying to dispute reality. Like, reality happened and it's a fact, and you needing to react to whatever that reality is you literally trying to like close your eyes and pray that it was just a dream, and like wake up and like shake the person and be like, no, like you're wrong. You can't do that. You can't dispute reality. You can't do that. You can't. Needing to react will literally cause you more exhaustion, more anxiety, more anger than the situation itself. The situation happened. Somebody says, hey, I think you're the worst person in the world. It takes what? Maybe 4 seconds to come out of your mouth. I know I talk fast, but I don't even think that would take a whole 4 seconds to come out of someone's mouth, okay? That happened. You deciding to react, you're making this a huge fucking problem. You're making this huge because you have to prove them wrong. You have to understand why they think that. You have to make them understand why you did what you did that made them think that about you. You literally dread the thought of somebody thinking that about you. And this goes for any situation, but this is just the example we're running with right now. You deciding to react to that situation, though, is literally prolonging its lifespan. Why would you do that? That's icky. That's not going to grant you a peaceful life. That's not going to grant you any sort of happiness other than maybe temporary happiness with, oh yeah, like I really told them. But then at the end of the day, that's really not helping you, because why do you need other people to make you feel good? Why do you need their validation? Why do you need to prove somebody wrong in order to feel good about yourself? Then you're not living for you. Because the only way that you can fill your own cup is solely if other people exist. If you are the only person, you would need to like go, wait, I can't prove anybody wrong. Like, who am I? Like, I have nobody to fight. I have nothing to get myself worked up about. Not everything needs a reaction. Literally, like, if I get a hate comment on the internet, which don't worry, I get plenty of them. I have a few choices. I could either leave it there and just let it be. I could delete it and block the person, or I could just delete it, or I could respond to it. When somebody leaves a hate comment and I just leave it there and I don't interact with it at all, that person literally is talking to a fucking wall, and they're telling the whole world how they feel about themselves. They're telling the whole world, not the whole fucking world, let me not give myself that much credit. They're telling everybody who sees their comment, I needed to tell this person, I needed this person to hear what I thought about them, because that's how important I am. That I need to tell this girl that she talks too fucking fast and she's stupid and she's dumb and annoying and ugly. I need to go out of my way to tell this bitch that I fucking can't stand her. Yeah, I can't, like, that's how important I am. That's how valid my opinions are. That's how important my opinions are. That's how right I am. I have to go tell her that. If I don't react to it, that person, one, will either go about their business and continue acting like that, which, like, bummer city for them. That probably sucks. Because if they have that much hatred towards somebody that they don't even fucking know, I can't even imagine how much they feel towards themselves, which is a big fat bummer. Them leaving their opinion on me, they, like, needed to do that to feel good. They needed to know that they put their opinion out there, they put their voice out there to be heard, and that's what fills their cup. And if that's what fills their cup, if tearing other people down is what fills their cup, that sucks so bad, because there's so many better ways to fill their cup. But me reacting to it, if I were to respond to it, even if I were to respond to it and I'm like, oh, like, that wasn't super nice, like, I hope that you could be nicer in the future. Even if I were to give it, like, a quote-unquote, like, gentle parenting type of response, rather than, like, oh, fuck you, bitch, it's gonna create a fire. It's literally like pouring gasoline on a fire. Like, nothing calm or peaceful will ever come out of reacting. Nothing. If I were to respond to a hate comment, it's dragging the situation on now. The situation was initially, okay, this is a comment that's on my account. And if I choose to comment, all right, I hit the on switch. I accepted their invitation to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all they want. They want somebody to, like, they want a reaction out of people. They want you to react. And I know when people say that, like, no, they're not just doing it for reaction. Like, no, I don't just, like, comment hate comments for a reaction. Okay, why do you do it then? Well, because I thought that person should know that I think they're ugly. I thought this person should know that I hate their makeup. Okay, but why did you need them to know that? Because I just wanted them to know. Okay, but why did you want them to know? What benefit is it giving you or them? well, I just think that their makeup's really ugly and it sucks. Like, there's no reason other than literally to get a reaction. Like, there's just no need for me to try to prove myself to somebody that's literally moving in a way that I would never want to move. Like, if somebody's moving in a way that you would never want to move, why do you need to prove yourself to them? Why would you need to prove yourself to them? You wouldn't. It's literally like if today I told you, hey, go do your least favorite thing in the whole world. Go do it right now. Go do it for a whole hour. Go do your least favorite thing in the whole world for a whole hour. You'd be like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that, thank you though. You wouldn't freak out and be like, oh my god, you fucking bitch, I can't believe you would tell me to do that. Like, what the hell? Like, like, oh, I can't believe you. You're the worst person. You wouldn't freak out at me. You'd just be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, nah, that's kind of crazy that you said that. Like, you could see how reacting to that situation would be very irrational because you don't have, like, I'm not forcing you to do something you hate. I literally just suggested it. I literally just say, hey, go do that thing that you literally hate more than anything for a whole hour. And you say, no, you don't freak out at me, right? Like, right. But when a friend does you dirty and you sit here and say, I can't fucking believe they would do me like that. Like, I would never do them like that. Like, fuck them. I can't believe that. I'm gonna tell them how bad they hurt me. I'm gonna tell them how. You think that's rational? You think reacting that way is rational? You have all these like, oh yeah, fuck them. I never want to be their friend again. But then you go send them a long ass text explaining, hey, this is what you did and it was so shitty and I would have never done that to you and this is how it made me feel and fuck you, I never want to be friends with you again. That doesn't sound rational because it's not. Because you just got done freaking out, overreacting, saying, I never want to be their friend again, like, fuck them, I would never do them like that. You telling them that is not constructive at all. You're literally contradicting yourself. You saying that you never ever want to be their friend again and you would never treat them how they treated you and all this, but you going out of your way and reacting to it and sending a text and saying, this is what you did to me, this is why it hurt me and I'll never be your friend again. You're contradicting everything you just said. The only reason you would send them that text is because hopefully maybe they'll see how bad they hurt you and feel bad about it or feel remorse or maybe give you an apology. But if you truly had no interest in being their friend, why do you care? Why would you waste the time? Why, like, you wouldn't. They know what they did and you know how it made you feel and that's truly all you need to know. That's truly all you need to know. And I'm not saying there's not a world in which expressing your feelings and telling somebody how they made you feel doesn't feel good. Obviously, it feels nice to be like, hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You really hurt my feelings and I'm really disappointed in you and like, that sucked. Sure, it feels great, but it doesn't do anything. You could just as easy write that down in a journal and never let them know. Just getting it out of your brain is what you want to do. If you were to text this person and say, hey, you did this thing and it really fucking sucked, it really hurt my feelings, and I really just, it's gonna be hard for me to move past it, but I still really like value our friendship and I want to move forward, but like, could you just explain to me why you did it and like why you didn't think it would hurt me? If you wanted to maintain that friendship and you wanted to resolve the conflict, sure, send them the text, that makes sense. But if you're just sending that text to validate yourself in the situation, you're deeming them as like above you because you're like, I need you to hear why I fucking hate you so bad. I need you to see what you did to me. They know what they fucking did. They know. And even if they don't know, it doesn't matter because why would you, like I said, why would you want to get validation from somebody that's moving in a way that you would never move? All you're doing with that is gearing up for a fight or gearing up for more anger and more anxiety, because can you imagine you send that text and they don't fucking respond? Oh, you're gonna be mad, and that's when you're gonna know you did that for selfish reasons. You didn't actually care if they heard you or like you didn't care about them actually knowing what you did, like, or how you felt, what they did made you feel. You didn't care. You did that for selfish reasons. You did that because you wanted to be validated. You did that because you wanted to be heard. You did that because you wanted to hurt them a little bit because they hurt you. You wanted to, fuck you. You should feel guilty. You should feel shameful for what you did. And they don't respond? Oh, you're gonna be livid, girl. You're gonna be so fucking mad. You're gonna be, oh, I can't believe it. And you're gonna wish you didn't send the text. You're gonna wish you didn't send the text. And that's why reacting to shit emotionally is never gonna get you where you need to be. It's never gonna make you happy. It's never gonna pan out in a way that you hope it will pan out. Ever. It never will. Responding to a situation after you've calmed down, you're not acting on emotion, and you can act rationally. If you need to text that person like, hey, you know, this situation really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm gonna just let you know, like, I'm gonna probably distance myself from you, but thanks for being my friend when we were friends. If that's what will make you feel good, sure, you could do that. Still, even with something like that, there's literally no fucking point. There's no point. The last problem with reactions is it's giving you the illusion of control. You think you're taking your control back in the situation by reacting to these things. You think, oh, I have to stand up for myself. I have to defend myself. I have to tell them why they're wrong. I have to tell them why they hurt me. You think that's you being in control. You're not in control. If you're allowing your emotions to take the reins, you are not in control. Your emotions and your ego are in control. You're not being rational. You're not being level-headed. You're not in control. No matter how much control you believe you have, it's never going to change the situation at hand. We'll use your partner cheats on you example. And you decide to go key his fucking car, or yell at him, or like publicly embarrass him, stuff like that. Or you want to tell him how badly he hurt you, or make him understand, or make him see you cry and feel bad about what he did. The only reason you want to do that is because you want to feel like you have some control over the narrative. You want to feel like you have some control over the situation that happened. You want to feel like you have a say in the reality, right? But you don't. You don't, and you didn't, and the situation happened. You can't make them not cheat on you. That's the situation. That's what happened. They cheated on you. That blows. That sucks. That's really fucked up. It happened and you can't change it. The only thing you can do now is choose how you're going to react or respond to the situation. You could do all the stereotypical stuff like we said. You could go fucking key his car, slash his tires, or whatever. You could cry, you could this and that. Or you could just move on silently. You could walk away. You could say, all right, that fucking blows. Reacting is literally just gonna leave me vulnerable to manipulation, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna walk away. They know what they did. If they want to pretend and they want to play dumb, like, wait, why? Like, oh, I don't know, like, my ex just left me one day and I don't know what I did wrong to make them just leave. Like, she just left and she didn't even explain, and she just packed her stuff and she moved out, and I don't know why. They fucking know why. They know why. And as long as they can stay in the clear, they'll use whatever story works for them and benefits their narrative. You can react. You could do all the stereotypical stuff. You could play the scorned partner role. That's fine. You're still gonna have to grieve the breakup. You're still gonna have to deal with the mental blocks that come from getting cheated on. Now you have trust issues. You're still gonna have to deal with grieving a partner. You're still gonna have to deal with grieving somebody that you loved and knowing that they betrayed you. You're still gonna have to heal from the heartbreak, whether you react or not. It's just, if you react, now you have a whole nother fucking chapter, like you have a whole nother thing to heal from and move on from and get over and think about and overthink about and overanalyze. Telling them how bad they made you feel won't make them take it back. Telling them how hurt you are won't make them unsleep with the person or untext the person, whatever. Nothing you do in reaction will change what happened. It will not change how they feel about the situation, because if you never found that out, they wouldn't have, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, I don't know what happened, I don't know what came over me, I'm so sorry, please take me back, please give me another chance. Reacting literally is you're hoping that something will change in the reality. You're hoping that something will be dropped into your lap and it'll make all of this go away, but it won't. That's why you react. You want that control over the situation. You want, well, if I react, then it opens the door and maybe they'll tell me why they didn't, and maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it'll be a reason I accept, so we don't have to break up. No. You can't have control over a reality that you had no part of that already happened. You can only control how you move forward from it. And also, I'm sorry, like, nobody is ever sorry about cheating. They're literally only ever sorry about getting caught. That's all it is. So do not leave yourself vulnerable to manipulation, especially in that scenario, but also in literally any other scenario that this would be applied. That this could be applied to. When you decide to react emotionally, you're literally, just imagine you're like opening up your purse and spilling out the contents all over the side of the street, You're literally leaving yourself vulnerable for people to come up and just like take whatever they want. We don't need to do that. And I'm not telling you to just bottle up your emotions for the rest of your life. No, feel your emotions. Feel your emotions. Just don't need that craving of validation and being heard and understanding. And I have to understand why they did it. I have to understand why they were rude. I have to understand why they feel that way about me. I have to tell them why they're wrong. I have to tell them why they should feel bad. I have to tell them they're wrong. I have to tell them that their opinion isn't right. I have to let them know what I see and how I think and how I feel. You don't. You really don't. And once you can stop having that urge, your life is going to be so much more peaceful. You're going to get so much more shit done, and you are going to have so many more valuable relationships, friendships, experiences, everything in life is going to be so much more valuable to you. So now that we know the problem and we understand why reacting to literally everything is stupid, welcome to phase 2, the solution phase, which is arguably the best phase because yes, now we know your fucking problem, but let's figure out how it can stop being a problem because nobody needs this problem. This is such a big, heavy problem, and like I used to react to so much shit. Like, when I first started on social media and somebody gave me a hate comment, I would literally make video responses to it. And people would be like, don't let the haters get to you. Oh, don't give them the time of day. I didn't understand what they meant. I was like, why the fuck should I not? Like, fuck them. Which, like, yeah, I do agree. Like, sometimes people need to be told to shut the fuck up once in a while. Like, damn, calm down. Like, you're not as important as you think you are. But also, that's the beauty of it, is, like, you just don't have to allow that type of energy into your life. It could come into your life in a way that like a plane goes by. You're like, oh, look, there's a plane. It's like, oh, wow, look, there's a really shitty, miserable person. Oh, all right, bye. That's how easy it should be. That's how you should feel. You shouldn't, when you see a plane go by, you don't, I need to. That's what you're doing. When like shitty, miserable things happen or people or situations or whatever, and you decide, I need you to understand why you're wrong and I'm right. I need you to understand that. Just let them fucking go. Let them go. They can only see you from their perspective. Literally, they can only see you from their perspective. I've used this analogy before, but if I wear glasses with a certain prescription and you wear glasses with a certain prescription and I lose my glasses and I put your glasses on, even though they're glasses, they're not going to help me see. We don't have the same fucking prescription. We don't wear the same prescription. And I'm not going to sit here wearing your glasses and tell you that your prescription sucks. And your prescription is wrong, and your prescription is this and that, and mine's better, and mine's right. No. Mine's right for me. Mine's better for me. Mine is correct for me. Mine allows me to see the world clearly. Your prescription is what allows you to see the world clearly. Your prescription is right for you, and you only. And that's not to say prescriptions can't change. That's not to say that you're closed-minded. No. You see me from how you see me. I see you from how I see you. We're never gonna see the same exact way on literally anything. So anyway, phase 2, the solutions. And as always, we're gonna implement the solutions with little mindset shifts that you can make because hello, your whole reality is literally in your mind. Duh. So if you want to change your reality, you have to change your mind. So we're going to have some mindset shifts, and obviously we're going to have little actionable steps so you can start implementing these mindset shifts easier, and you can start actually making these little baby steps every day to stop reacting to shit, because reacting to shit literally just makes you sound like a dog that won't shut the fuck up. You're like, have you ever been somewhere and a dog just will not stop barking? Like, oh my gosh, we get it. Or like a car alarm going off. That's what you sound like when you react to shit. You sound like that car alarm that you're getting your nails done and the car alarm starts going off and it's like, whose fucking car is that? Like, I'm trying to relax here. Like, I'm trying to get my nails done. Somebody's car is going off. Like, can somebody shut it off? Please. That's what you sound like when you react. You sound like a car alarm that goes off and nobody wants to fucking hear it. Nobody cares. Everybody just wants it to fucking stop. Because it's not doing anything for anyone other than pissing people off. Mindset shift number 1, say it with me now, say it with me now. This season, Pretty Princesses, no. What would the girl of my dreams do right now? This is always going to be our first mindset shift because this is literally the easiest way for you to snap out of how you're acting and think about the girl you want to be. Think about the version of yourself that's healed. Think about the version of yourself that's living the life that she wants to live. Think about the version of yourself that has the friendships, has the relationships, has the money, has the lifestyle, has the job. What the fuck would she do in this situation? Any situation you're in, let's say, we'll stick with the cheating partner. You just got cheated on, okay. What would the girl of my dreams do right now? If the girl of my dreams just got cheated on, what would she do right now? You know what she would do. You know what she would do because you would know how she wants to feel. You would know how she moves. You would know her standards. You would know you would know her expectations. You would know how she moves. The girl of your dreams, she would find out that her partner cheated on her. She'd be like, all right. Rejection is protection and redirection. I just got cheated on. The husband, my future wife, they wouldn't fucking do that shit. So why would I bother? Why would I bother trying to keep this person in my life when they're clearly not somebody, one, that I'm on the same moral standings with, two, that just betrayed me and broke my trust, and three, has lied to me. Why would I fight? Why would I waste my time and energy fighting to keep that person in my life? Or to make that person understand me when clearly we're operating at two very different moral grounds. She would walk away with her head held high. She would walk away silently. The partner of my dreams would never fucking do that shit. And she would know I'm not somebody who's okay with that behavior, so I'm gonna walk away from it. Rejection, protection, and redirection. You're literally about to walk into a busy road and you're about to walk across the street without looking, and God literally grabs you by the shoulders and pulls you back. And at first you're like, what the fuck? Like, now I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late for work. Like, I can't, why would you do that? Like, I'm gonna be late. Because you didn't know. You didn't see what somebody else saw from a different perspective. You didn't see what God saw. You didn't see what you needed to be protected from, but somebody else saw it, and they put that situation there to protect you, okay? So rejection, protection, and redirection. Be fucking grateful, because I guarantee you 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, 4 months, 5 years, you're gonna be like, thank God that happened. Thank God that happened. Thank God that person cheated on me, because if that person didn't cheat on me, I wouldn't be where I am right now. You have to operate in the belief that everything works out for your greater good. You have to. And I'm not saying it's easy, but like with everything, the autopilot mindset you're in right now, it's easy because you're on autopilot with it. How do you think you got there? Because you've been conditioned by repetition to believe that. So guess what? If you want to change your autopilot setting, you condition your mind with repetition to believe something new. I truly believe everything works out for my greater good. No matter when I don't achieve a goal that I wanted to achieve, or I get broken up with, or something shitty happens, or I have to deal with like something really frustrating, really difficult to get over, or I get in a fight with one of my friends, or something, everything happens for my greater good. That's my autopilot mindset. It didn't used to be. It didn't used to be. I used to be the type of person like, I can't fucking believe this happened. Like, what the fuck? Like, of course this happened to me. You'll never fucking catch me say that. You'll never catch me saying that. Because no, everything works out for my greater good. I don't care if my greater good is 20 years down the line. I don't care if I ever find out what my greater good is. Maybe my greater good has nothing to fucking do with me. And maybe it has to do with what I can do for other people. You know, like, just practice getting into these mindsets. What would the girl of my dreams do? Everything works out for my greater good. Okay, second mindset I want you to start having is the okay and mindset. So if your current mindset is, well, if I don't tell them how I feel, if I don't respond to them, if I don't react to them, then they'll think that I can't stand up for myself. They'll think they're right. They'll think that they're right and that I'm wrong. No, that's the old mindset. That's a disgusting mindset, because it's so, why would you take time to have your brain literally wired to think solely about other people in a selfish way? Not in a, what can I do for other people? How can I help other people? Literally, well, no, what are they thinking about me? Very selfish, very gross, very disgusting, okay? You think it's not selfish. It's very selfish. It's gross. We're going to stop. That's why we're going to go from that mindset to, I can't control how people perceive me, and that's fucking okay. And that's when we're going to use the okay and mentality. It literally negates the feeling of needing to prove everybody wrong. Like, think about if the Kardashians responded to every single hate comment they got. They would be exhausted. There's literally probably not enough hours in one single day. There's probably not enough hours for the rest of their lives to respond to every single shitty thing that people say about them. So they don't do it, because why the fuck would they do that? Okay, and carry the fuck on. Also, yeah, maybe they might think that they won the argument. Maybe they might think that they're right. Maybe they might think that they really got to you. Maybe they might think like, yeah, fuck them. Like, haha, they can't stand up for themselves. They're a pussy. Like, haha, I really showed her. Like, yeah, she knows she's wrong. That's why she didn't say anything back to me. So fucking what if they think that? So what? Why are you so concerned with the literal thoughts, the literal imaginary little scrolls of text that go through other people's heads? Why do you care so fucking much about other people's thoughts when these people aren't even people that you want to spend your time with? Like, what? Like, why would you do that? An opinion that somebody else has on you literally has no impact on your life if you don't know about it. Okay? Not to scare you, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that walk around this earth every single day literally just like knowing that in the back of their mind, in their file catalog, in their head, they don't fucking like you. I know there's plenty of people on this earth that don't fucking like me. What? Like, it has no impact on me because I don't fucking know about it. And even if I do know about it, still has no impact on me because what the fuck am I gonna do about it? I'm not gonna do shit about it. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting my life. It's not impacting my life. And even if it was, even if this person came up to me every single day, I fucking hate you, I can't stand you, I should be so strong in my own self-concept that it doesn't sway me. If your favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate ice cream and mine is strawberry, and I come up to you and tell you chocolate ice cream is the worst ice cream flavor ever, strawberry is the best, you wouldn't say, oh my gosh, you're right, I'm so stupid. You say, okay, well, you're wrong because chocolate's the best, strawberry sucks. And we'd carry on with our ice cream. That's how easy it should be. That's the same exact logic. We just make things so complicated because that's what we've been conditioned to do. We've been conditioned to, no, you have to worry about how people think about you. And if somebody thinks badly of you, you have to tell them why they're wrong. No, you don't, girl. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you're so busy worried about how other people think about you, you're never going to be able to live your own life for you. Perfect example of this. Some people think I talk way too fast, okay? Some people think I talk way too fast. Other people think I talk at the perfect speed. Okay? I get comments every day. I can get the same amount of comments on one singular video. 50% of the comments, you talk too fucking fast. Like, slow down. Like, take a breath. Like, I can't even, I feel stressed out listening to this. You talk too fast. Other half of the comments, you talk the perfect speed. I didn't even have to put it on 2x speed. I love how fast you talk. My ADHD brain loves how fast you talk. And then on the flip side, my ADHD brain can't keep track because you talk too fast. Okay? I cannot win. If I started slowing down my speech, the people who think I talk too fast, they'd be happy. Oh, thank God you started slowing down your speech. The people who thought I talked perfectly, oh, I miss when you used to talk fast. You talk way too slow. Why would I change what I do naturally if it's not hurting anybody, which the speed in which I talk is harming nobody, okay? Why would I change that just to appease somebody else? And this is different than not being able to take constructive criticism, okay? This is not the same thing as that. This is how I operate. This is the speed in which I speak. Something I have started to do, I'll put captions on my short form videos. I have captions on them. So the people that hear better when they could see the words, they're happy. The people that tell me I talk too fast, I try to make it a habit I try to get to every one of them, but quite frankly, there's a lot of them. And I try to tell them, like, oh, hey, you could slow down the video speed. Like, you could slow it down. Like how some people who talk slow, they'll put the video in 2 times speed. You could slow it down. And I just let them know that. I'm like, oh, like, you could put the video in slow down mode, you know? And like, okay, it is what it is. I'm doing what I can because it's my job to make people happy. If this was just regular normal life, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, and like, you think I talk too fast? Okay, and well, you need to slow down. Okay, and like, are you making a point? Are you getting somewhere? Are you trying to help me? Are you trying to be beneficial? Or are you just telling me what you think because you need your opinion to be heard? Most of the time, that's what it is. If anybody's ever come up to you and say, oh, like, you're way too dressed up. Okay, and well, I just thought you should know that I think you're way too overdressed. Okay, and like, are you gonna, like, is there a point to this? Yeah, my point's that I just thought you should know how I think about you. Okay, and like, you really think that your opinion on me is that fucking important? That's funny. that's funny. If you okay and anybody, like literally in real life, like this is a good mindset shift to implement, but this is also like a good, like if somebody comes up to you with some rude shit that's just unnecessary, you okay and them, they'll either get all riled up and it'll be kind of funny because they'll literally be throwing a tantrum like, I said that because I wanted you to know. Like, okay, calm the fuck down, like chill out. There's so many better things for you to be talking about. Like, what? Or they'll literally just get embarrassed and be like, oh, yeah, I guess I don't really have a point. Like, sorry. Whenever you're in a situation where you feel like I want to react, like, you know, imagine like you're like a dog on a leash and you want to go chase the squirrel. Like, calm down for a minute. Calm down. I know you're not ever supposed to tell women to calm down, but woman to woman, let's take a breather. Calm it down for a minute. Just take a minute, take a breather. Ask yourself mentally or out loud, is reacting to this right now going to bring me peace or cause me turmoil? In life, typically the only like knee-jerk reactions are for very emergency-oriented situations. Like if there's a fire, you react very impulsively, very emotionally, very like just you're reacting. You're not even thinking, you're just reacting. Typically, emergency situations are the only time that you should be fucking reacting very impulsively and just like full force, full steam ahead, right? If you see somebody about to cross the street, you yank them back, or maybe you have to push them out of the way, and it seems drastic, it seems mean, it seems whatever, but it was an emergency situation, you needed to make sure that it got done. Those situations are typically the only ones where reacting is going to bring you peace, because it's going to bring you peace of mind in knowing that you solved a problem, you prevented something crazy from happening, okay? In the terms of your friends being bitchy and fucking you over, in the terms of getting fired from a job, in the sense of your partner cheating on you, or your car breaks down, or somebody hits you on the highway, or somebody cuts you off in traffic, there's usually no need to fucking react. Usually reacting will just cause you turmoil. So when you're presented with a situation, literally just ask yourself, if I react based on my current emotions about the situation, is it going to cool me off and calm me down and settle me and bring me peace? Or is it going to cause me more angst, more anxiety, more anger, more impending fear and doom, and more anger, more just, you know, all those shitty feelings, more stress? Which one is it gonna be? If you get a we need to talk text, if you instantly react by freaking out and spam texting, spam calling, like, what do you mean we need to talk? Like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Like, is everything okay? Like, what do you mean? Like, are we breaking up? Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, what happened? What happened? Oh my gosh, you're stressing me out. You're just adding fuel to the fire. You're just adding fuel to the fire. Not even in regards to that person. Yes, you're probably stressing them out now, but you're stressing yourself out. You are doing that to yourself. And you think, well, they said we need to talk and that stressed me out. No. Your reaction is stressing you out. Their action caused you a little bit of, oh, okay, this is a little bit troubling. Your reaction poured gasoline on the fire and blew it way out of fucking proportion. That's not to say that you're not gonna feel anxious if you don't react. It's just to say you're literally pouring gasoline on the fire. If you want to respond level-headedly, just say, okay, call me when you can. I'm available whenever. You're still going to feel anxious. You're still going to be a little bit worried, but at least you can know that okay, at least I didn't add fuel to the fire. Maybe I feel anxious. Maybe I'm dealing with this on my own now, but I'm not making it a problem for everyone. All right, welcome to phase 3, the execution. So get your Pretty Princess playbooks out, because it's time to make the blueprint for you to learn how to not let the need for reaction to overtake your life, okay? Because we all just want to live peaceful lives. We all just want to be able to calm the fuck down, not have anything to worry about, not have to deal with shit. We all just want to be chill. Like, why would you not? Why would you not? Even people that seem to love arguments and turmoil, they really just want peace. If everybody just thought that they were the best and they were right all the time, they wouldn't want to argue. And the only reason they want to argue all the time is because they want people to think that they're right all the time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's create the blueprint so you can have a more peaceful and less reactionary life, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to need you to write out these questions and answer them, or just listen to them and write out the answer. Like, listen, pause the video, write out your answer, and then, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so question number 1. If you found out that somebody was talking shit about you and making up lies and spreading rumors about you, how would you react? Whether you knew this person closely or not, how would you react? Answer it honestly. Answer it very, very honestly. as descriptive as you could be. The more descriptive you are, the more helpful you're being to yourself, okay? Question number 2, if you were minding your own business in public and somebody came up to you and said, I fucking hate your outfit, I think it's so ugly, or I hate how you did your hair, oh my god, like you're the ugliest person I have ever seen, what would you do? How would you react? How would you react? Question number 3, if you found out your partner was cheating on you, how would you react in this situation? What would you do? What are the things you would do as a reaction to that situation? And then the last question is, if you stated your opinion and somebody told you that you were wrong and that your opinion was wrong, how would you react? And this is not in a let's have a productive conversation and see each other's side conversation. This is a, you say something and somebody just says, you're so fucking stupid, you're wrong. And like, it's not gonna be a productive conversation. Imagine it that way, okay? Once you answer all of these honestly, you could get a pretty good gauge of where you're at in the terms of reacting versus responding. Also, you might not be reacting for some of them. Some of them might literally not impact you at all. You might be like, I really wouldn't care if that happened. Like, I would kind of just like let it roll off my shoulders. Other ones, you'd be like, I'm like going insane. Like, I'm, you know, like get my jail paperwork ready because that's where I'm headed. Like, you might be reacting or responding differently depending on the situation. So just answer them as honestly as you can, okay? Step number 2 is, for each question you answered, I want you to write down why you reacted that way, why you responded that way. And please be honest with yourself. Well, I reacted that way because of what they did. No, you reacted the way because that's how you reacted. Why did you react that way? Well, I had to storm out of my job and quit because my boss did XYZ. No, you chose to do that. You chose to do that. Why did you choose to do that? What did they do and how did it make you feel? And depending on those things, why did you choose to react the way you did? It's always a choice. Nobody's forcing you to react any certain way. Don't believe the lies that people want to say, well, I had to react that way because they did this shitty thing to me and I had to do it. You didn't have to do fucking anything. You chose to. You chose to react. You chose to storm out of your job and quit. Sure, your boss might have done something real shitty that made that the most appealing thing to do at the time, but you chose it. It was not thrust upon you. You didn't have to do it. You chose to do it. And yes, again, please just be honest, or else there's literally no point in doing this. You're wasting your own time. All right, step number 3 is, we're going to ask all the same questions, but replace the you in the questions with the girl of my dreams. If the girl of your dreams found out that somebody was talking shit about her, how would the girl of your dreams react? If the girl of your dreams found out that her partner was cheating on her, how would the girl of your dreams react? If the girl of your dreams stated her opinion and somebody told her that she was stupid and wrong, how would she react? And now, I'm sure that we could see that there's a pretty obvious difference in those answers, right? I'm pretty sure we could see, like, all right, yeah, she probably would take the high road. She probably would just not let it, yeah, you know. Step number 4 is, we're going to take a look at the list of things that's how you would react. And then we're going to look at the list of how the girl of your dreams would react, okay? So for each scenario, for each different one of those, I want you to write down either turmoil or peace, okay? So when you look at how you would react, so go to question number 1, okay, how would I react if XYZ happened? And then for your reaction, think, all right, is that something that would prolong the situation? Is that something that would cause me turmoil, cause me to stay in that anxious state, cause me to stay in that angry state? Or is it something that would bring me peace and would de-escalate the situation? For example, something that would cause you turmoil is if you sent this huge, giant, long, angry paragraph, you would be like, when are they going to respond? Like, what if they don't respond? Like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't fucking believe they haven't answered yet. Like, I'm going to spam text them until they answer because, like, why haven't they answered? That's causing you turmoil. That's causing you turmoil, even if it feels safe and normal and healthy. It's turmoil. It's turmoil. It's making you run in circles. Stop. Or is the reaction something that would cause you peace? Something that would cause you to say, okay, this is the situation. I'm going to accept that this was the situation and I'm going to figure out how I can carry on and move forward from that situation. And then last step is to just be the girl of your dreams. Do what the girl of your dreams would do. Remember, you don't need to react to everything. Not everything warrants a reaction. Most things don't warrant a reaction. Most things are done so that they get a reaction because that's how a lot of people feel validated. And not even in like a, oh, like you shouldn't need to feel bad. Like literally think about social media. Like the hooks I use on my videos for short form content, Like, I know it pisses people off. It pisses people off, or it inspires people and they're like, right, like, you called me out, like, thank you. Or it's like, fuck you, who do you think you are? Like, reactions are what keep the world go round, right? But it's awesome and fun when it has no real stakes, but when it's your own life, your own energy, your own time, your own mental peace, that's where it matters, okay? So, with that being said, we have officially concluded episode 42 of the Pretty Princess Command Center, and on that note, I hope you have a pretty princess day.